We're here today to experience one of the ongoing rituals of ranch life. It's castration day for many of the young bulls, and it's a first for both Mauricio and me to not only watch, but taste the results. This procedure, called marking, is done on young steers for two main reasons. Because the younger castrated male is less aggressive with the other cattle and easier to handle, and because the young meat is more tender. At Fundo Cayanco, they can castrate about 20 to 30 bulls a day, typically in the spring.
And the guy doing the actual castration, he's a vet. He knows exactly how he's doing it.
Exactly.
Well, this whole thing goes on for about 8 hours. They do lots of animals in one day.
I've been at a bris before, you know, circumcisions for boys and things like that, and it's always hard.
Oh, God. That's heavy. That is heavy.
Well, you know, the animal reacts to it in a more calm way than I thought. What I was not prepared for at all is the sound like a twig being snapped by a garden shear when the...
That was something I didn't expect at all. I almost fainted. Seriously, man. I can't watch it again.
It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Even though it may look rather barbaric, the process is actually quite simple and sanitary. The vet anesthetizes the area, and the steers typically get up and amble away after the 5-minute procedure. One of the long-standing practices amongst these ranchers is to cook up some of the testicles right away. It's at times like this that the petulant little wise-ass 13-year-old inside of me is mute. Apparently, I'm in for a real treat today because not only do they cook the balls themselves, the criadillas, but they also cook the scrotums as well. So they'll be peeling the fur off of those, and apparently I get to enjoy those. Always tricky being the honored guest somewhere. On this ranch, they have their own outdoor kitchen of sorts. They've ingeniously taken an old plow blade and turned it into a cooking surface. They use it like a wok, seasoning it with hot oil, garlic, and chilies, and then they cook the testicles over an oak wood fire. Everybody's in just rapt attention. Everybody's hungry. There's also a wonderful freshness factor here that's, I think, very important.
Definitely. It doesn't even smell.
Oh, still warm. Are you kidding me? Over here, the vet is preparing capullo, a scrotum stew in a typical Chilean clay pot. Now, these are the scrotums trimmed of the hair.
Eso es lo bueno.
¿De verdad? Yeah, he's saying that there's no cholesterol there at all. And I'm asking, are you for real? And he's like, yes.
Of course he is. He's a man of medicine. As we soon discover, this is only part of this time-honored meal. The preparation of these foods goes back thousands of years to a time when the Mapuche Indians were the sole inhabitants here. Many of their customs and recipes have been assimilated into the Chilean culture, but there are a few that remain distinctively theirs.
This is Mapuche ritual from the Mapuche natives.
Indians.
Yeah. The knife goes behind the trachea.
Yep.
And it stays there.
Yep.
And they gather the blood in...
Well, they're gathering it now.
They're gathering it now.
The fresh lamb's blood is mixed with onions, lemon, and cilantro, and will coagulate into a blood pudding within seconds. They call this dish niache. The lamb will then be butchered for its meat. This ritual signifies the beginning of the harvest. As intense as it is, I'm thrilled to be a part of this event and believe it's important for all of us to know where our food comes from, something that's disappeared from many cultures. We just
follow
follow
the example.
Oh, that looks good. Nice color.
Yeah.
Wow.
How was that?
It's awesome.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, you're going
I have
for
seconds?
You're having a second?
Oh, yeah. The taste is a bit surprising at first. It's a lot like warm, gelatinous sour cream.
I'm going to have a small...
You taste the lemon, you taste the chilies and the garlic. I'm anxious to see what you think about it, but I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised.
I never thought I was going to do this.
That's good, right?
It's okay. It's good. It's good.
I think what you're reacting to a lot is the shock of sitting around and doing this. What was he laughing at? What was so funny?
Off camera, he just said that when he gets home after having 10 spoons of this, he's like a stallion. How many did you have?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but, you know, my wife is 5,000 miles away. After that experience, eating the fresh bull's balls and scrotum stew seems pretty tame. Wow. I know. I can already tell I'm going to like this, and I can already tell that you're going to say I like everything, but boy, if you could smell the white wine and onions and garlic and carrots, you'd eat a shoe if it was cooked in this sauce. The scrotum that was so firm before you could have driven nails with it just melts in your mouth like marrow. Oh, and it's got a very mild, beefy flavor and that intense sauce. It's been simmering for, I don't know, 2 hours on there, and the sauce is gelatinous. My lips are sticky. While the lamb is roasting, we're treated to the testicles as an appetizer. You guys just turn these into little sandwiches?
Oh, they're canapes.
They're canapes! Very fancy. Cheers.
cheers, man.
Cheers. Good? Yeah, not bad. All right, Arturo.
Oh.
This is as good as food gets. They've cooked till they're just absolutely buttery soft. They're not gamey at all. The chilies and the garlic and the oil have just cooked through into there and just left this sort of glaze over them.
Fantastic.
Wow. Having tasted this dish 1,000 times in my life, I've never had the opportunity to have them an hour after they've come off the animal. The flavor is incomparable.
Right.
It's so much fresher. Oh.
Well, cheers again then.
That was good.